hope for my blood pressure that it's not as crazy as the last race. That was honestly insane what happened.
It's yeah. So we're 2/3 for upsets in this round so far. The only expected winner has been Araya. So the race is going.
We're off. Yeah. So for the implications of this race, the winner obviously makes it to the top 6, and anyone who beats, I think, 152.48 from the 2 non-winners will make it into the next round. So it could be both, it could be none.
Yeah, we could potentially, I mean, with 12 people in this round, we could still potentially see a triple advance.
Yeah.
If both of the non-winners were to get sub 152 4x, I think it is. And Quay is sat in chat right now with fingers crossed, because if both of the non-winners are slower than a 155, I think it is, he advances into the top 6.
Which, unfortunately, that's highly unlikely, but based on what we saw last race, I can't say anything anymore. Like,
I was not accepting the double forfeit in like the final 4 matches.
Yeah, especially like Dobisop and Tepic forfeiting that race. It's like, oh my goodness, that's a crazy upset for Pseudo.
Deserve though, that man has put in the works.
Yeah, I think he's been grinding like several hours every day, just doing no reset runs. So he's definitely deserves it.
Just want to point out WaveWarrior's mashing here. That is a hell of a lead.
Yeah, I think Wave was telling me he used to grind red any percent, so he got used to just timing the intro like very precisely. But that's kind of ridiculous, yeah.
that is huge though, isn't it? He's like in the fight before either of them really had the animation going.
Yeah.
Anybody sat there wondering if mashing matters? Or in this case, timing your inputs helps.
I'm gonna turn 1 Grell for all 3 racers.
God.
Wave went
for the second tail lip.
Yeah, I think that's normally like a safer play for races. It's a little bit slower on average, but you're more likely to win the fight if you just tail whip twice if he growls turn 1. Looks like no one's having a terrible fight so far. It's pretty average.
I think Alan's had a fair few growls now, though. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he just low rolled.
Yep. Looks like Driekiann's the first one out. Alan's up, right behind him. Alan does have bad special though, so we'll see if he can get the Pidgey pickup.
Potentially seeing the Pidgey backup. If not.
Yeah, I think Dreek and Wave both do the backup. I don't know if Alan knows about it or practiced it yet, but it's pretty simple. Wave also had 11 special, which 11 special could be, 11 special could be the good special, but it's like unlikely to be. Oh, interesting that Dreek's actually going for a level 3 Pidgey here.
I think his encounter was fairly late there, wasn't it? Second to last or last grass patch?
Yeah, I think so.
It can be, I mean, not getting a killable encounter can be terrible.
Wow, he took a lot of damage, but he actually got the 3-shot, which isn't too bad.
Alan getting the comfy level 3 rat.
Yeah, all the runners still have their PC potion too, so it shouldn't be a problem for Weedle Guy. Yeah, so right now Wave's the only one without experience. It's really hard to tell who's in the lead until after Nidoran, so we're just gonna keep the audio on Wave for now, but...
Oh, that's a pretty comfy encounter for Wave as well. I'm just going to point out the very tasteful palette choice for this race.
I think this is by far the best palette to use. It's not even close.
I'd say it's probably my favorite. I I do like the style of down A as well, but it's never been kind to me in runs.
Yeah, so it looks like Drake has a slight lead. I think we'll start switching the audio after Route 1 is over, after the encounter luck is sort of through. But so far it's been a pretty decent Route 1 for everybody, I think.
Yeah, I think we've only seen one encounter for each of them. Which is actually kind of wild now that I think about it.
Yeah, I know Waves had one. I think Dreek's had one. Yeah, I think they all had one, yeah.
Well, this... well, Wave went ahead of Alan, so maybe Alan had two, because I know Wave finished his Rival 1 fight last. Yeah.
Anyway, I know that all three of these racers do go for triple extended, so we'll see if anyone gets it here.
I don't think we've had a triple yet, have we, in a race?
No, I don't think so.
I know we've had a couple of doubles.
Oh, it looks like Wave makes it out first.
Perfect encounters.
Yeah, Dreek is right behind him, though. I think Alan must have had an extra encounter on his first pass, then.
To be honest, this is a great time for any of them. He says that was a slight curse for Alan, but he thankfully made it through.
Yeah, even Alan, the last one out, he left the grass at 6:01, which is, you know, a solid time for any PB, so...
Wave got NPC trolled, so he has to save 2 tiles later. The only real difference that does to the manip is you walk forwards and back, and then you just do it again.
You waste 2 steps, so it's not a big deal, but a little bit annoying. Oh, looks like Alan is switching his Pokeball to slot 1.
Disagree.
Yeah, I think the big thing is it's not really difficult to do slot 2, it's just you're remembering that you have to do slot 2 is the big deal for me.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to Drake? Is that IGT?
I wasn't watching, I'm not sure what happened.
He just didn't get the encounter, he kept walking.
Oh no.
I think he's doing the manip again. Maybe he thinks he screwed it up. I think Alan screwed it up as well.
Wow.
No.
I think Alan got an IGT, that's what...
No, Dreek's got an IGT as well.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, Koi saying Alan got the rat IGT. This is...
Oh no.
This game is not fair.
Waves hit his path. He's found his Pidgey.
Oh no, Alan just confirmed that he got the rat. He just didn't resave right away, he just tried it again.
If you've got the rat on that same tile, it's almost always the IGT.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted to resave there.
Yeah, meanwhile, Wave does get his bird.
Okay, Alan's resaving, thankfully. God, that is such a time loss for them both. We're about to see Wave absolutely storm ahead here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is not a great start for everybody. Yeah, Wave has a humongous lead at this point.
Alan screwed up his movement. No.
Oh no. Yeah, Wave did not get triple extended. He did get the forest extension, but it's not a big deal. Forest extension only saves, I think, like 8 seconds, something like that, maybe less. On average, it must be less. I probably just made that up.
I've heard of the 8 seconds for something. Yeah.
I think that's Pidgey, but not for like just the forest encounter and the string shot. It's not that much time, so.
Turn 1 poison. Punished.
Yeah, Wave gets the biggest punish for missing triple extended though.
Imagine getting punished for not being frame perfect across a 1.5-minute window.
Okay, looks like Drake is getting his Pidgey though, second try. Or third try, fourth try. I lost track at this point.
It was 2 attempts, then a resave. Alright, so he's got his Pidgey as well. I think Alan is on a path as well, because he didn't pick up the potion. Wow, okay, we got the triple Pidgeys.
No, that's
no.
Not... Maybe it was a fake path. I didn't see his NPC movement.
I didn't really pay attention to what path it was. And Dreek's got triple.
Yeah, I think
What a legend.
Dreek's nailed it for most of his races. He's been pretty consistent actually. Yeah, the fact that Wave also got turn 1 poison means that Dreek and Alan actually caught up a good amount of time. Because I think Wave even potioned during the fight too, so he lost a good chunk of time on that Weedle.
Are we going to see the string shot as well? Encounter for Alan.
We don't see it.
Oh. I didn't see. I forgot to check Wave's special, see if he did have bad. I know he was on the
I'm not
11.
sure. But he does have the Pidgey at this point, so he should be fine no matter what. I'm more worried about Alan because he's the only one without a Pidgey at this point. I hope he has a good special.
And Dreek having to potion in the fight, and he gets poisoned as well. Rough set of Weedle fights so far.
Yeah, it's not great. Alan looks like he'll have to potion too. Yeah, he's gonna potion. Oh no, he
no.
accidentally...
Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yes. So Wave does have bad special, but it's not a huge deal. Yeah, it's a little bit scary now because Alan he doesn't have any spare Pokeballs, so if he misses the Flyer Catcher Route 3 or the Paris, then it's just he has to reset.
Didn't Alan also switch his Pokeballs?
He did. He had slot 1.
And he's got bad special. No.
Let's see if he does the backup Pidgey. He's not going for it.
Dreek and Alan both leaving at the same time. Although Alan does get his encounter, so that was cursed.
Okay, looks like Wave should be through unless he Gen 1 misses here. Oh yeah, he gets the crit. He's fine.
Lovely. No, really clean time. Really clean Brock time for Wave here.
Yep. He should be perfectly happy with any 12th Brock with the Flyer in a race. It's like, yeah, you take that every day.
Mm-hmm. This is a reasonable time for PB attempts, even at Wave's level, I'd say.
Alan's actually buying an extra Pokeball to make up for his missed one. I'm assuming Alan's doing the double nugget route, so his money shouldn't be a problem. I think it'll be okay.
He had 4 Pokeballs, bought 7 potions. Yeah, no, he's fine already. Even if he wasn't doing double nug, I think he's still good.
Because he bought 4 in Viridian, and then he bought an extra 1 now. So we bought 5 total, 5, 7.
But yeah, he only bought 7 potions, so I think he's good.
Oh wait, what happened to... I think Drake accidentally sent in his Pidgey instead of Squirtle.
No.
So he's just...
he keeps getting tackle miss. And Wave just Gen 1 missed a Horn attack. What is happening?
What is going on?
Truly, these are cursed times for red races.
Oh no, Drake is just... his Pidgey just won't die. I don't know if he was using Sand Attack or if he was just getting unlucky, but... This is pretty terrible. Okay, now his Pidgey finally dies.
God. Yeah, if you know, it's unusual because Drake is the most consistent we've seen for the triple extended. But if you aren't used to having the Pidgey in the Brock fight, you would normally scroll up to switch to your Squirtle.
Yeah. Yeah. Just speaking about consistency, I think Drake has had the most consistent race times this tournament. I think he had like a 1.53 across all 3 rounds, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, solid times for sure. Okay, thankfully we Alan did not die to Brock with bad special, so
They've all got to play catch up there.
oh wait. Oh no, Drake gets bat special, and he got bited. And his Pidgey's dead, so he can't swap to it. Oh, he got double speed fall.
Okay.
Wow, double speed fall is amazing. Wow. Well, Drake almost got super punished for sending out his Pidgey, but he makes it out.
Turn 1 tail whip for Wave. That is pretty ideal.
Oh, tackle miss is great. And now he might be able to tackle this rat. Yeah. Yeah, so as long as he doesn't miss, yeah, it's a pretty comfy tackle range for him to save a horn attack, which makes up for his Gen 1 miss earlier.
It's also nice with the tail whip turn 1 is that even if he did miss, he knows he wouldn't be put into a kill range.
Yeah.
The most he was going to be on there was 17.
Yeah, we get no wraps for Wave, so he should be fine for the rest of the route. Yeah, it is still pretty close between Alan and Drake. I think they can still... If everything goes well from here, I think they can still beat Headbob's time, but it's just...
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask from Red, that nothing goes wrong.
It is a chunky time loss, but in terms of like the overall run, it is quote-unquote only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So there is plenty of places that this can still happen. Wave is going to be sitting very comfortably in front for a while, if not the entire race.
Yeah, unless he gets like some crazy moon IGTs or like several rocket deaths in a row.
Let's not do this to the man. It's going to be all your fault.
No, actually, Wave was asking about the Mount Moon IGT backup pads that Tepic created. So even in that case, I think he'll be okay.
Oh, the frame 3637s.
Yeah, those pads.
They're really. I think the best way of doing those is to either memorize or have the paths open up until the ladders and then Poimanip afterwards.
Yeah,
because you can't get the Paris anyway on those. They only get you to the rocket in Counterless. I say only, it's still a really, really good thing, but it's with Poimanip being nicer than the backup Paris in terms of IGT, it's probably the best way.
Yep, and then you only have to learn like half of the 36, 37 backups too. You don't have to learn the last floor. So
I think the last floor is probably the worst part of them as well. They're quite similar on the first floor. It's quite easy to memorize which ones are which.
Ooh, Alan got damageless rat, which is pretty good. Probably saves a potion here.
Yeah, unless he gets very unlucky with the Ekans.
Oh no!
Why did I say it?
At least he's only taking 4, so that's not a.
I can't believe you've done this. I see people talking about Headbob's time in the chat. So, as this is the last race, the racers know the time that they will guarantee them in advance. That is a terrible fight for Alan.
Yeah, he got double wrapped.
Oh, Wave gets the encounter. So when you've already manipped the Pidgey, you basically risk 2 tiles of encounters here before you start this manip. That is very unlucky.
Yeah, this is still around a 19 moon entrance from Wave, which is it's still a great time, yeah. Yeah, right now, Alan and Drake both have decent setups for Red Bar if they get tackled by Caterpie. I think Drake is currently in Red Bar, whereas Alan isn't, and that's the difference, 1 HP mix.
Let's pay attention to this NPC, see if Wave learning the backups was a good thing. It wasn't.
Nope, he wasted his time. Yeah, so I don't expect to see any sort of mistakes from Wave in his manip. I think he'll be fine. He might get IGTs, but I don't think he's going to make an execution mistake. He's far too good a player for that, I think.
I'd be surprised for any of these runners. They're all very consistent.
I would
But
think
the-
so, but Alan was maybe it's nerves, but he was messing up his movement for the Nidoran earlier.
True. Yeah, nerves can get you, but I think at that point he was messing up the movement once. He'd been IGT'd once. If you're in the zone and you're doing what you're familiar with, it can be quite comforting. But as soon as something takes you out, it can be difficult to recover.
Yeah. Yeah, Drake actually got to keep his red bar, which is pretty nice.
Oh, you don't want to see string shot there. You definitely don't want to see double.
Yeah, thankfully the second one failed, so now he just gets the badge boost and he's not slower, so it's just the best case scenario.
I didn't see how many horn attacks Wave had when he was done with Route 3. I'm going to pay attention to what Dreek and Alan have here. So Dreek's got 4.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fine. You'd like 5, but 4 is certainly doable.
It's like
Alan's got 3.
3 is okay, I think. I think
yeah.
Yeah, my stance is that I think 3 is like the acceptable amount, and anything more is like comfort. But once you get down to 2 or 1, that's when it gets a little bit dicey.
2's pretty bad because you start having to give the rat an extra turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alan does Moon Minute, doesn't he? He doesn't do Route 3.
Oh, I didn't realize. Can we get Wave with his Paris?
Interesting that he didn't potion.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the grand scheme of things, it won't really cost him much time at all, but some people like to keep the red bar.
I guess he didn't potion because he has to open up his menu here anyway to save, so it's not really any
yeah.
Doesn't make a difference. Let me see Wave making a save state as he saves, just in case what happened to W sub round 3 happens to him.
So yeah, that is a new additional rule for anybody on emulator. They're allowed to take a save state when they do a manual save, because if you have a power cut or something similar where your computer goes off, Gambate doesn't necessarily save the battery file, I think it is.
Yeah, doesn't save the hard disk unless you actually hard reset.
Yeah.
Wave actually had 3 horn attacks going in, so he has to Leer tackle horn attack the Subat. I think this
okay though.
It should be fine. I think horn attack kills from here.
I think it's fine, but it might have been
Oh,
arranged.
no.
No, it was. Oh no, no. Okay, sensible potion.
Yep.
But now he has to run the gauntlet. Oh, easy.
He makes it through. Yeah. A small hiccup there, but in the long run, it's not a big deal.
And he Dreek comfortably onto the second floor of his minute. Once you start seeing these ladders, you're generally safe from IGTs.
Yeah, I think most of the IGTs are on the first floor, so hopefully we didn't jinx it, because I think there is
There is one, but I think it was just after the stairs, so he is good now.
And there's also a Paris IGT YOLO ball, so
Oh yeah, that's true.
alright, well
If he misses this now, I'm gonna cry.
we'll just blame his execution. There's no way we jinxed it.
No, that was like a perfect text box, so we can't do that. Just go in. Easy, okay.
Alright, it's fine.
And we can't talk. Well, I don't know anything about the moon minute that Alan's doing to know if he's safe or not.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He's pretty far through, so we're looking comfortable.
Yeah, meanwhile, we'll see. Drake should have a better fight. He has 4 horn attacks, so even if he gets Leech Life from the Zubat, it's not a range, it will just die. Oh!
Alan was late.
Alan's
That might
dead.
kill.
Oh my gosh! He has to restart the whole Moon Minute. Oh no.
Red bar is so much faster when you catch the Paris, but it does run that danger if you miss the Yola ball. You're screwed.
On red bar, this one's not a select buffer barb. This one is just a normal YOLO ball. I don't know if he missed it or if it was IGT, but he didn't resave or anything. So
he missed the first text box. I'm
I see.
certain.
Okay.
I saw it happen, but I wasn't going to say anything in case it was fine.
Yeah, it's looking really grim for Alan now. It's a lot of time to lose.
Meanwhile, Dreek looks like he's got a pretty comfortable rocket fight here. Never mind.
He got confused, so he didn't want to risk that health.
A wave on a 25 moon here. And low at that. That is a very good time.
514. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, at this point, Wave absolutely can take no risks, and he should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
He can center, he can save, he can do whatever he wants, and he'll be okay for a while.
Yeah, when we refer to IGTs during the manip, there's certain combinations of the in-game timer that when you save, if the in-game timer is set to that specific time, the manipulation can fail. And they just get referred to as IGTs for ease. Yeah.
And there's no way for us to really know what the IGT is, so it's basically just luck or randomness if you get a good in-game time or bad in-game time for your manip to work or fail.
Mm-hmm. So the moon manip is the longest and most complex one, and it has roughly a 90% success rate. I'm sure somebody in chat will correct me with the absolute dead-on, spot-on number, because 90% I think 90% is rounding.
I think 90%. I think it's like 89 something, but 90 is close enough, I think.
I've just seen a spoiler. I think we should watch Alan's.
No, Alan.
And that is a dot quit from Alan.
No. Man, he's had. I don't know if that was if he missed the text box again or that one looked pretty good, right? Good. Yeah. Man, that must have just been IGT then. That's crazy. He got double IGT'd. He got the rat on Nidaminip and this Paris YOLO ball failure. That's rough.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I didn't catch Wave's fight. I was looking at Alan's moon, but I think he didn't get sand attacked.
I think from the damage he's taken, yeah. I think he got triple quick attack. Or a crit. That's a nice crit. Poison Sting.
Yeah, 23 health is a little bit dicey, because if you take too many hits, you might be too low for Mankey, but at this pace, Wave could even just heal for Mankey and he should be okay.
That was a very smooth layout switch.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I always love the transition. It's very clean. Yeah, so I guess this is the part of the run, since we sort of skipped it earlier when Drake's doing it. For anyone new here, you'll see that Drake is going to go after he centers. He's going to go talk to the bike shop owner. And this is to enable something called instant text, where basically when you talk to the bike shop owner and leave, the game sets a flag for how fast your text scrolls. So normally it's around 1 character per frame, but now it's just his whole text box is going to appear instantly, so it saves like a good amount of time for the next like 2 splits. The only downside is you cannot open your menu, so you can't like switch Pokemon or you can't heal, otherwise that'll lose the instant text. So that's why it's always rough when you get low HP, because you have to make a decision. Do I heal and lose my instant text, or do I just keep going and try to risk it?
Yeah, so he's gotten pretty lucky with that first Pidgey, so he's not taken a lot of damage, well, taken any damage there.
Yeah.
But he's potentially staring down the barrel of that 14 HP Karate Chop crit from the Mankey. And that's not going to help.
Nope. Yeah, I think actually, with Alan dropping out, I think Head Bob is confirmed in, right?
Yeah, he's guaranteed in. And, sand attack turn 1 from Drake. Ooh, okay, he got the fail on 2. He's still not safe though. But yeah, Driekiann only needs to get a 155.48 now to advance into top 6.
Yeah, so it's basically just him or Quay makes it in for the 6th slot, assuming that Wave wins is what we're thinking.
We're gonna need to see like a power cut or something, I think, for Wave to not take this. Although I am counting Dreek out quite a bit here. He pulled back that 2-minute time loss on the Nido IGTs. His moon exit was a mid 27. Not bad.
Yeah, he's catching up for sure. Yeah, and there's always some.
This rival fight is not helping though. Oh, he's got a potion.
Yeah, or maybe even swap. I don't even know what his play is. Oh, he's just going for it.
Wild.
Dreek is a madman.
Just land the ground. Just land the horn attack. No.
One more.
No.
No, he's dead.
No. Oh, that's bad. That's quite bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from. He's already so far behind, but if all he has to do is beat a 155, I think he was still very much on pace for that, even if he swapped out or healed even.
This is a lot of time loss to get the death and then have to go back again anyway.
Yeah, this Bulbasaur just has Leech Life and Growl, so it's just 2 non-killing moves, I guess.
He doesn't want to kill this with... Well, I don't know. He might be able to pull this back if the Pidgey takes the kill here. I wouldn't know what else he needs to beat to counter the stat experience, though.
I think he wanted to wipe here, but it might have been better for him to just try to beat the Bulbasaur.
Paris might do it.
Yeah, Paris might just do it. Yeah, Paris is going to do it for sure.
Yeah, Quay is currently sat in chat with the biggest grin on his face. He doesn't like to see people go down like this, but he does want to get through.
Yeah, so now his experience is going to be a little bit weird. I think he just has to fight the extra trainer before the final last before Bill, and that should fix his experience.
I don't know how it would affect his stat experience, is the only worry, but then I don't think Bulbasaur will give that much anyway.
Yeah, Bulbasaur compared to the what is it, the Ekin Sandshrew that the guy has, I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wave commenting in chat, great, another blowout. Because I think most of Wave's races have not been close. He's just been sort of dominating with the 6-7 minute lead for most of his races. So.
As a recipient of a WaveWarrior asking, yes, very true. Myself and Pinkish did not put up much of a fight in our round 3 race.
Yeah, so this doesn't look good for Drake. I think even still he could get a 155.
It's a real struggle now, though.
Yeah, because he lost, what is it, like around 2 minutes on Nido, and then
that was probably another 2 minutes, honestly.
Just this, yeah. I don't know, but for someone as good as Drake, I think it's not too hard. As long as, and this is awful, but as long as nothing else goes wrong, he should be still in the running.
Just get decent luck. Easy.
Yeah, if he gets like a good 5-bar setup, or God, maybe even self-bar. God forbid. But
no.
We'll see.
It's bad being in these sorts of deficits where you start having to clutch for some arguably bad strats.
Yeah.
Self-bar is not fun.
Yeah, meanwhile, Wave is still cruising. He did not lose his instant texts, and it's fine. As most of his races, except for the first one, to be fair. His first one, he got, I think, like 6 deaths in the late game, but he's been cruising for most of his races.
I mean, can you complain that much when he had like a 55 fly split or something stupid?
55 fly.
He has like the tournament's best fly split by a couple of minutes.
Yeah, 55 is so ridiculous. I think it's probably faster than my PB fly split, I think.
It's definitely faster than my PB slice.
Yeah, the question I think is, I don't know if Wave wants to try to go for a Pokeguy's best race time.
147 though, that's... I mean, that's a difficult time even for Pokeguy. Like,
I think he would just have to do Sylph Bar if he wants to go for it. There's honestly not too much risk if he goes for it. I don't think there's a chance of him losing, but it's if he wants to just cruise to next round, that's fine too.
you see the second Cerulean Heal here, which is very nice if you're low on potions or Mega Punch PP. Quaid, Dreek will just fight the extra trainer before Oddish Girl. Oh, Alan raises a good point. Wave is going to want to guarantee pot 1 where he can.
I'm gonna actually look what the pot 1 is right now.
Pseudo has a 152.38. Pot 1 is top 2. Oh, so it's
150.48 from Crazy Dan.
Which is a good time.
Yeah, it's a solid time.
To be honest, he would be pretty much be playing for the best time this round anyway, because Arai is only 10 seconds faster.
Yeah.
2 150s in pot 1 at the moment.
Oh, that's a Gen 1 miss from Wave.
Right, at least it's the match. Well, he's got to get through the drowser yet.
Oh no. So, if he gets... I don't know, this could be bad.
This could be wild. And he just goes for it. This could be wild.
Oh, we got confusion.
He's still just going for it. No way.
He's dead.
No way.
He's dead. I mean, I can understand why he's going for it. Even with his death, he's still fine. But it's just
that's wild. That was full health to nothing on a single day.
This death is also like so slow because this Drowsy does what is it? Disable and sleep powder or hypnosis. So it's just. Man, what is going on?
Wild. Do you remember when we were talking about the round 2 curse? Irrelevant.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't exist.
Man, we were talking about Wave cruising, and now it's just he gets a pretty ridiculous Gen 1 miss into.
I don't want anything about we. I never said cruising. You said
all
cruising.
right, I'll take the blame on this one.
Get him, Pidgey. It doesn't quite bring Dreek back in the race, but boy does it help.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a long death.
Yeah, it's so slow. Yeah, so this death does cost Wave some money. He does pick up the extra nugget, so I think he should be okay. He just has to buy maybe one less revive or one less X accuracy or something, and it'll be fine.
I think it's a fair bit less than that. There is I've got it in my notes somewhere. There's an item list that you buy if you take a Misty Death, and I think that the money loss here is going to be pretty similar.
Yeah, because it's even 2 trainers less than Misty, so it's less money. Alright, try number 2 for Wave.
Yeah, so the Misty Death is 1 less revive, 1 less super potion. So yeah, you might be right with just the extra revive.
Okay, Andreek is fighting the trainer before last, so he should get 23 during the last fight, so he should Thrash to finish the rest, I think.
Alright, Wave missed the Drowsy range, but thankfully got 4-turn Thrash.
That has not been a good fight for Wave today. Man.
Of course, Goldine's going to be absolutely fine.
Of course, nothing goes wrong on Goldeen ever. I don't know if anyone else. I've actually died to Goldeen in yellow, where you're full HP for this fight, and it's basically the same, but and he's fine. Okay,
Easy.
Well, Alan's saying he died to it a week ago. Oh, I think I saw that clip actually.
I died to it a couple of weeks ago, but it was the Gen 1 miss on the dig rocket that really helped it along.
Oh yeah.
Wave's got perfect HP going into Misty.
Yeah, really, really nice HP.
Really nice. Never mind.
I think this health it might live a bubble being crit, but he gets water gun anyway, so he's fine.
Yeah, the Bubble Beam crit's like 71 max roll?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Okay.
71 max. Yeah, so I'm not sure what pace Wave is on anymore. I guess it depends on his mid to late game choices, but like a 40 Misty is still decent for a race. I just don't know if he's still. I don't think he's in contention for pot 1 anymore unless he takes some huge risks.
No, I think 150 is mostly dead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Driekiann
So
to take the center.
I think that might just be a race choice. I've noticed even when people have, because Drake had a lot of mega punches because he
No, because he had to fight the extra trainer and he used 2 there. Used an
never
extra
mind.
one. And then
Okay.
he missed one on an Oddish as well. He didn't have enough. But I'm a big fan of Cerulean Center in races anyway.
Yeah.
Especially considering most of the time you've got very few potions. Because your average potion usage is fairly high.
Yeah, because in races you tend to play more conservatively, so you'll potion more on things like Brock or the Rocket and Moon. You'll just potion, and you could drain a lot of them there.
It's even things like being on 6 HP in the Weedle fight. You wouldn't potion that in a PB attempt.
Oh yeah.
But you just a death there for the fluke 1 in 39 crit poison is just scary enough that you don't want to lose a race to it.
Yeah. This is actually just a fun little story. There was a race yesterday I was in with Wave and Pseudo. And Pseudo was entering the second bug catcher on Route 3 at 6 HP. And then he got 1 in 39 crit by the Caterpie. And,
Jesus.
and he was like, I'm not going to heal this. It's a 1 in 39. I'll be fine. And then he died to it. So in races, you definitely don't want to be taking those kind of risks. So anyway, Wave is saying he's going to do Gentleman to make up for the money. So
That makes sense.
yeah, that'll be fine. And that makes his fly split a little bit better.
He'd like to see Red Bar coming out of Boat Rival then, if he's definitely doing Gentleman anyway. Okay, Dreek's got the Misty fight. I think he had fairly good HP as well, high 60s.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anything bad from him. Yeah, 67. That's
Yeah.
hopefully it's plenty. Please just give us water gun.
The man doesn't need punishing anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, you can swap.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Fortune Thrash is fine. Okay, he's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, he's good.
Oh, Wave going for early Gentleman.
I think he's just scared that if he gets sand attacked too many times, he might swap and lose instant text. So it's just
Yeah, that makes sense. If you're definitely going for Gentleman, then guaranteeing the instant text fight is better.
it's also pretty hard for him to get red bar from here. I think he'd have to take a lot of hits from like both quick attacks from like Pidgeotto and then like Raticate as well. So
Mhm.
I think it's definitely a fair choice.
Pace for the runners right now, yeah. Wave is fairly safe for a 152. Dreek is on the borderline of 154, 155. And considering he needs a 155 to advance, that's fairly scary for him.
Yeah, I mean Drake, he takes a lot of risks and runs, so he should be used to playing risky and trying to save time. Yeah, so it looks like we are seeing a route difference. Sorry, Drake picked up the hidden forward store on this underground path where Wave did not, so...
I'd say Wave is doing the popular 2019 race strat.
I think he's doing the new route adapted to races, the 6 repel route.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll see how many he buys, but I think he was practicing that yesterday.
Yeah, that is a fresh route. I don't think anybody's actually PB'd with it yet.
Yeah, I think it just was announced, like a few days ago? And
Yeah, they were talking about it like Wednesday, Thursday. So I'll be interested to see if that's what he's doing.
You know, if you don't know about it and you say it out loud, it sounds so weird. Like, you buy 6 repels and 2 Pokédolls and... What?
Why would you do that?
This is faster than the other routes, but there it is. Yeah, if I'm correct though, I think the main adaptations is you buy 1 less Pokédoll, you pick up... So you buy 1 less Pokédoll, you get the revives, and then you X accuracy on Viridian Rival, so you don't have to deal with the as many Venusaur shenanigans, but it's a pretty similar route in terms of all your menus and the shopping, so it's pretty good for races.
If the X accuracy on Viridian, then where do they get the extra Horn Drill?
No, you still Blizzard. You just X accuracy to take out the Blizzard miss.
Yeah, right. Sorry, yeah.
Alright, so we'll see how many repels he buys here. Yep, there it is.
Ooh,
6 repels.
Okay. So yeah, and 3 paralyzed heals. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think he can buy more if he wanted to. With the Gentleman and Nugget, you have so much money, even with the death. So.
Oh yeah, true. So yeah, for this new route, they pick up 6 repels here and only 7 super repels later, and the 2 repels that replace super repels only need to last for the right amount of distance anyway, so they don't actually change anything other than having to move down an extra slot to use a repel rather than super repel.
Yeah, I think the 3 repel switches it's like the one before Snorlax, the one after Snorlax, and then the one after Blizzard. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And the reason why they want to do the last one after Blizzard is it frees up the extra item slot to pick up Agatha Candy.
Yeah, I think both Wave and Drake actually got potion from Raticate. Drake actually poisoned his Raticate, which loses a bit of time, but not a huge deal.
Ooh. I don't think that's a very good crit.
No, it's not. 17 HP is not great HP to set up. At this point, you just have to pray that you get the Voltorb range, and then after that, you should be okay.
Wave not even bothering with potentially getting Sonic Boom from the Voltorb. He's just going to ride this HP for Fly.
Yeah, because I think with Gentleman Candy, one of the benefits is that you guarantee Voltorb range with Thrash, so I think he's just taking advantage of that.
Oh, he's got plenty of health to keep riding this. So.
Yeah, and he did get growled, so it's doing less damage than normal itself.
Yeah.
I think it's like 9 compared to 14, so yeah, plenty of health to tank a lot of hits. Yeah, I think this is still like 151, 152 pace for Wave, depending on what he goes for. But without Red Bar, it's probably not going to stay that way. Yeah, I'm actually not even sure if Drake does the paralyzed heal route.
If he got full restores, I don't think he can he?
Yeah, okay, so he's not doing Underground Nugget either. So he's supposed to be doing one of the original race routes before. Oh, he is doing paralyzed heals. Okay.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he drops for that slot later. But
He only got 2, so he's just planning on using both, maybe. I was kind of joking with that.
yeah, I'm just trying to think how his money works out because without the extra nugget, it's a little bit tighter.
I think he has to get the extra nugget. Well, I don't think he has to, but I think he will be going for it if he took the... Oh no, yeah, he took the death on Bridge Rival. So he might just be planning on getting it. He does the bad manip. The cans. Oh no.
Yeah, but at least he doesn't use the cheater palette. He just does his own palette, so...
True.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know if Drake knows the item routes then, because if he's doing Underground Nugget, he probably shouldn't have sold his items here, because now his nugget's going to be toward the bottom of his menu when he sells.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully Drake gets the Thrash range on Voltorb. I think it's like an 80-ish% range, but I seem to miss it a lot more than 80%, so...
Drake was at 17 health, so I think he is in red bar right now, but he won't be on the level up.
Yeah, he's in red bar. He gets the crit. Okay, so he should be okay. He can always swap out if he needs to on the Raichu. But he can actually take one hit of hit self, so we'll see what he does.
And that would solve his red bar?
Oh, he's just gonna swap. So I think he's gonna have 20 HP after this level up, which is not great setup. I think that's Slowpoke, maybe?
Yes, I think you're right. It's kind of risky on Slowpoke. Even then, because it can roll like 19, 18 is its max.
Yeah, it can roll a lot.
Yeah, it's 18.
I think the first one does 18?
Yeah, it's 15 to 18. I've got my notes up.
Okay.
I'm not going to pretend I actually know that.
Yeah, and also the Slowpoke's was the destroyer of the race a few days ago.
Very true. I loved the clip where one of the commentators is like, "Why would you save for this fight?"
Yeah, I think that was Pinkish. Like, why would you save there? Immediately after he gets the channel and miss, and they both lose their minds.
Yeah, if you're not in the tournament Discord, you should get in there and check out a lot of the clips. Well, basically all of the clips in the clips channel. They're pretty gold.
There's a lot of good ones. I think my favorite. Sorry to throw Pseudo into the bus again, but I think my favorite has to be the left rooftop girl from Pseudo.
Left rooftop.
Yeah. There's a picture posted that sums up the meme where it's Pseudo talking to the girl from the left side with freshwater and soda pop, and it's just...
Oh, yeah. No, I saw that.
Yeah. I think that's one of my favorite things of the whole tournament. Is just...
I think you can do that to Pseudo because he just won. That's fine.
Yeah. He's top 6. He can handle it.
He can take that heat.
What is Streak's pace? If he gets a good red bar setup and doesn't die, I think he can still maybe 154, 155. It'll be close. But I'm also a terrible judge of pace at this game, so...
I'm literally just comparing his time to my PB and rough knowledge of how bad I am.
Okay, so if he hits self once, that'll be good red bar for a Bellsprout.
Mm-hmm. If he does get the full turn Thrash here, we could all probably see a immediate Thrash on the next fight as well. Wave did get. Oh, I was about to say Wave got past Oddish Girl, but he was candied, so that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Great advantage of the gentleman candy there.
Also, one funny thing with this route is on races, I think your repels are in slot 7 in your bag, which is pretty goofy.
We were wondering that, Head Bob. I probably would have gone for it, but I'm not a smart boy, so take that as you will.
I would have gone for it too, because even if you hit stuff once, you can swap after if you want, and it's a lot better, I think. And you're still decent HP for the Oddish afterwards. I think you'd be at like 6 or 7, so wasn't too bad.
He did thrash turn 1 here, so we might see the range miss into hit self, which would solve that issue. No, easy.
No, yeah.
I do appreciate the palette choice from Dreek, though. This is a pretty good palette.
Yeah. Yeah, also the thing about comparing to splits, though, is that splits don't really tell the whole story. Like, what if his 151 had, like, a terrible late game and he lost, like, 3 minutes or something? So it's just... It's hard to tell just from splits. We'll get a better idea. For me, I think I'll have a better idea once he gets the flute, because that's where I normally judge splits, but...
Yeah, same. A standard decent finish after flute is an extra 45 minutes, I think. Or am I adding on the wrong point? No, that's right. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he gets the slowpoke.
Yeah, he gets slowpoke, so he gets good red bar. Yeah, 45 minutes sounds about right for flute to end. Yeah, we'll see that the problem with Drake's fight coming up, the Oddish fight, is the Oddish and Bubbles are both ranges, which they weren't for Wave, so again, it's even worse when you're low HP, because...
Definitely should save. Please don't do it. No!
He didn't save.
Why?
I don't know if I've ever seen Drake take like a safety save other than like Black Belt or something.
This.
Oh, he's going for Thunderbolt strats.
Genius.
He only has 2 paralyzed heals though. That's like the sort of problem is if you get chain stun spored.
Easy, just don't.
It looks like he's fine.
Oh, Wave going for... He gets the top elixir. Bottom nugget as well.
Yep, he nails it. Ooh. Yeah, so now with only 1 paralyzed heal, it's a little bit scary if he gets to Arbok. He'll have to pick up an extra item somewhere.
Well, didn't we think he had an extra item because he's got full restore as well? I think if he actually does end up using it, his items are fine.
I think it depends on the route, because some routes pick up... I skip the first full restore and pick up the second full restore to pick up the slot. So in that case, he would still be down a slot.
Maybe.
Oh, that's a Gen 1 miss from Drake! Oh my god. But thankfully he got the rock slide miss, or rock throw, I don't know what the move was, but... Oh my god.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's the 4th Gen 1 miss of this race so far. That we've noticed.
That's crazy. Yeah, thankfully he didn't get punished for it, but... Oh my goodness.
Wave only bought 1 Poké Doll. Oh, that's what you do for this, yeah.
Yep, because you get the revives. Yep. Hopefully Wave gets 2 Soda Pops here. Because it saves 3 frames. And he has the money for it. Oh, I didn't do it. Wow. The Soda Pop is, you give it to the girl on the rooftop, and she gives you Rock Slide. And you use Rock Slide 4 or 5 times
Oh,
If you
that's 6, 7, 8, 9 potentially if you're really bad.
Yeah, so even though Drake's out of Rock Tunnel, he's not out of the woods yet. He still has 3 more fights that could be scary.
HJ, you should play the game to find out why you need fresh water. It is a vital story item.
You gotta stay hydrated. Where else do you think the Nidoking gets Bubble Beam from? Drink up.
Imagine if you had to pour fresh water into your Nidoking before every fight, otherwise it couldn't use Bubble Beam.
I think if you think too hard about it, it really makes no sense. Like, where does Nidoking get Thunderbolt from? Like,
He's a king. He just channels this energy from the ether.
valid theory.
Is Drake going to get a good elixir pickup here? Wonderful. Beautiful.
Yeah, so it looks like he skips a nugget, so we'll see what he does here. I think one thing I've seen Huanli do a little bit is he gets like 1 or 2 paralyzed heals, and then if he uses them both, then he picks up the revive. Otherwise, he just doesn't buy this revive and gets the Safari one instead. So it's a little bit of a slot management there. We'll see if he picks up the revives here, though. His money might be a little short. I don't think he can. Yeah. Okay. So that's really scary because he's going to be 10 HP going into the Lavender Rival. And if he dies there, he has to wipe again, which is basically his tournament life. He has to live in order to basically have a chance.
Damageless Pidgeotto would be sick for him. Because then he's safe from the Ivysaur as well.
Yeah, just barely, right? I think he would have like 13 health, and Ivysaur just 12 max, something like that.
Something, yeah.
That'd be really close. Yeah, I don't know if Drake doesn't buy revives or if he couldn't, because he did have that death earlier to the Bridge Rival.
I'm interested to see what his X items are going to look like here, because I think he's fairly low on money.
I think he's okay. He should be fine.
Yeah, 11, 3, 6. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think his money all actually might be okay because he did fight the extra trainer.
Oh, true.
So
Yeah,
slightly mitigated.
It's a little difficult to keep up with what extra stuff everybody's fought now.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully Drake makes it through. Without revives, it's pretty scary. If he does die to the first channeler, you can try to win with Paris and still continue, but it's a death to Lavender Rival might be too much to overcome.
Yeah, he needs a good finish here, so it's kind of pointless playing safe for him. Like, he might as well just play it as if it's going to go well, because if it doesn't, it's out of his hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was like a roughly 103 fly split. So that's, I think if everything goes perfectly, that's like barely 155. Okay, I'm just wrong. W Sub says Subquay is pretty easy with 103. Thank you for having, experienced runners in chat to tell me when I'm being stupid. Alright, so I'm mostly going to be watching Dreeks fight here, just because Wave hopefully should just breeze through.
Why would you say that?
He only has 2 more rock slides. He'll be okay. He'll be fine.
It's easy. Easy every time.
Okay, so he gets through Pidgeotto, so unless he gets... I'm not even going to say it. I'm just gonna wait until I see the fight.
I love that the commentators are basically afraid to say anything. Not going to do it to him.
Especially after the slowpoke shenanigans, I don't want to touch anything near that topic.
Headbob in chat says, "Watch this crit." Liar.
Okay,
Oof,
all
all
right.
right.
Through. Yeah, I was gonna say unless he Gen 1 misses or Vine Whip crit, he'll be fine. But even Vine Whip crit, he might have lived.
Yeah, I think he would have been okay.
Okay. Yeah, so there's still one more fight for him. You know, if he misses Rock Slide into any of the Ghastly's moves, it could be pretty bad. So. Headbuff says it is like 18. Someone says 19, so it would have been close.
My notes say 16 to 18.
Okay, yeah, so he was 17, so he would have lived the low roll, but that's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, no deaths in is easy, but that's the thing about Red is asking for no deaths is a lot. Especially when he doesn't have revives at this point, it's... I guess the point is you can't use revives, otherwise you're out.
Yeah. He's got past the dangerous Ghastlies, so he's looking a lot more comfortable now.
Yep.
He's about 3 minutes behind Wave.
Yeah, that's not bad, all things considered.
No.
Because Wave did lose a lot of time to Dig Rocket, and then Gentleman, and then not having Red Bar, so... Yeah, pretty good catch-up from Drake.
Wave's on comfy 152 and 151 if he wants to play for it, but there's kind of no real reason for him to play 151.
No.
152 will get him pot 2, and so would 151. So
Yeah, as long as he wins, he'll be pot 2, so...
he's basically just strolling to the end for Wave now, and hoping he doesn't get destroyed by something. Whereas Dreek is pretty much fighting for his tournament life.
Yeah, every fight for him, every thing that could go wrong, he's gonna be scared, I think. Full yellow for pot 1.
That's hard. He'd need like a 42-minute flute to end to make pot 1.
If you just full Elite 4 YOLO and so far, maybe.
Dreek's colour is different because he did a slightly different Surge Minute, which forced him to select a different palette.
Yeah, and very tastefully, Dreek did not use a palette that lets him see in Rock Tunnel, so...
Very tastefully did not use the palette that looks like turds mashed into other turds. Palette is awful.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the I mean, the benefit of being able to see in Rock Tunnel is cool, but it does look pretty terrible for the whole rest of the run. It's not pretty.
It's also cooler to just do Rock Tunnel like a man. IMO.
Yeah, Wave says 43.55 for 151. From flute to end, so...
That's a pretty good end time, flute to end time, so...
I think it's
free.
doable,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow, WSOP just puts me straight in my place. Shut up, Amoeba. And Wave backs him up. I'm just gonna leave.
Well, because if we transition this to like fly to end, what is it? Flute split is what, like 6.5 minutes, so that's like close to 50 minutes. Fly to end, which is not too hard. Yeah, he should be fine. I mean, yeah, Wave honestly doesn't have to do anything here. He can just play however he wants and coast. Yeah, I mean, like we were saying earlier, because for me, I started playing yellow first, so I was forced to learn how to do Rock Tunnel in the dark. So it's not a big deal doing it in the dark. Yeah, Wave says he needs so far for pot 1, so not happening. That's, very fair choice to make.
He does have the lead to try it, though.
Yeah, if he wanted to, but I don't think Wave...
Yeah, I don't think he really minds that much, so...
Because I think before people really wanted pot 1 because the field potentially would have been like Araya, Pokeguy, WSOP. But a lot of the big hitters are out. I know obviously Araya and Crazy Dan are still great runners and still very scary to go against, but
I mean, you're not going to dodge killers in top 6. You're going to find them. It doesn't matter what pot you're in, really. I think the only person that people really want to dodge at this point is Araya, just because of the level of consistency he's shown.
Yep.
Like Crazy Dan obviously has a very similar time for this round, but he has had a dodgy round 2 time, I think.
I think so. Yeah,
which means you can't sleep on anybody in the top 6, but there are people that people are going to want to go against less than others.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been saying Dan's been sort of underrated, but at this point, I feel like he's been talked about an appropriate amount where everyone knows, like,
he's a top 10 runner.
Yeah, Dan's clearly performed very well in the tournament. He's a top 10 runner. He's nothing to scoff at. He's definitely a contender to win the whole thing. So yeah, everyone's scary in top 6.
He's in that awkward spot where he's not one of the top. He's not really. He wasn't one of the top 6 tournament contenders going in because there were 6 bigger names than him.
Yeah,
but he was also good enough that people didn't expect bad things from him either. So isn't that kind of weird zone where you'd almost not mention that much about him because you'd expect him to do well, but he's also not like one of the biggest names of the tournament.
Yep.
But clearly showing us wrong because he is one of the biggest names now. And
yeah,
Red will come for anybody.
150 in tournament is that's a solid time.
Oh yeah. I mean, in PB it'd be great too because I've only got 151, but Yeah, that's the other thing too. If the tournament's very, community driven. There's a lot of people in races and just talking to, the other people in the tournament just from practicing and in races. And Crazy Dan is not as active in those as a lot of the other runners. Like, very few red races go by that Araya isn't in. He does so many red races.
Yeah.
So active in it.
Yeah, it's like this past month has been crazy because normally I'm at work when the races happen, but I'll check Discord and I'll see a huge 15-person race or 10-person race, and I'm like, it's just so many people are active during the tournament. It's really fun to play. Okay, Dreek does get paralyzed here, so he has to drop his last paraheal.
He got the flash
and fully parried. Wow,
he's confused now as well, isn't he?
I don't think so. I don't know if it counts as confused. I think it just stops your thrash. Yeah, interesting interaction, but
yeah, possible Sylph bar if PGL wants to play along.
Accidental Sylph bar.
Hey, it's happened.
Yeah, but even if he doesn't, his HP is at least decent for the self-destruct setup.
Wave's going to have to take a little bit of damage. He's ideally going to take it here on the Nidorino.
Yeah, he has a couple chances here. Hopefully he doesn't do a Drowsy setup, because that's pretty scary, but that's an option too.
Yeah, I think considering the times we've said he's looking for in this race, we could see a Rhyhorn stall, because that's pretty comfy, 20 damage max. He just gets Horn attack easy.
Yeah, he's fine. Even not stalling is not too terrible either, because you would need a low roll. I think you'd be around 89 or 90 health. You need a low roll to not kill, and then you're still at decent health. And then
his worst health there was 10 coming out of the wheezing. So
not terrible. I'm not sure, Headbob, because I have no idea what item route Drake's on.
Well, he doesn't have revive, so he could definitely pick up a revive for one slot. I don't know what else he might want.
Yeah, I just don't know if he would normally pick up Revive anyway, and he has to pick up something else. It's just he did pick up Full Restore inside Underground.
Dreek gets Bone Club, he is well in red bar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so picking up Revive here would probably be the best play.
A Wave thought about exercising there, but managed to select the right floor.
I'm going to take this chance because I get very few opportunities to patronize Wave. But I remember I was watching his Yellow stream a few months ago, and he elevated to floor 9 and then walked into the trainer on floor 9. So now I just call that the Wave when you go to floor 9 and hit the trainer.
Can't do that to him, that's rude.
Gotta take what I can get. But thankfully in red, you fight Giovanni first, so there's no trainers anymore. So there's no worry of hitting any optionals.
Oh, we get to see the repel usage. That cheeky slot 4 item.
Okay, so we'll see if Dreek gets Bone Club here. This is the 6 repel route, Headbub.
This is the future.
Dreek gets focus energy, so he's fine. This is the 6 repel route with the 1 doll to compensate for race routes.
So we're just going to see the rare candy from Wave here and no other items.
Yep. It is a bit weird to get used to the repel text box wearing out on this stretch down, though. It's sort of unexpected if you're not thinking about it. Yeah, if Dreek gets Horn Attack from Nidorino, he might try to go for Rhyhorn Bar. I don't know if he's willing to risk it. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, he's on risky HP anyway.
Yeah, and if he does get the Safari Revive, it's not that bad.
Slick menuing.
He does get Horn Attack. Oh, wow.
Ooh, lovely. Alright. Imagine wanting Sylph Bar and just getting it naturally.
That works. That really helps Dreek. He's
until it doesn't.
He's only dead to Headbutt crit and Confusion, so normal Headbutts should be fine. So pretty decent odds for him to make it out.
Almost guaranteed to see him pick up the Revive in Safari Zone.
I'm curious to see where Wave uses his Repel here, if he saves the turn frame on Zone 2.
Should use it right before the sign. Yeah.
Oh, he bonked.
Aw.
He sucks.
So rude.
I think it's only fair. I was racing Wave yesterday, and every time I lost a few seconds to late game split executions, he would always make fun of me. So I gotta poke fun while I can. Yeah, but this is really, really good for Dreek. If he can make it out and has like a good Elite Four, then he should be okay for next round.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help him out. Wave actually picking up the next Revive. Oh, he only has the 1. Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see here what Dreek picks up on this route. If he does like the normal PP up route, if he does like the old / new like max elixir routes, or
I'm fairly sure he'll PP up.
Okay.
And not max elixir, but because you can. There's no real reason for him to pick up max elixir. Oh, he got the max ether, so he definitely isn't.
Okay. Oh, I think he also bought
can
less
delay.
specials, so.
Yeah, and you can delay the PP up if you want, Sagatha Candy.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so we should see a PP up. I think you're right. Yep, there it is.
Count the flowers. Lovely.
Yeah, so just so we haven't really talked about it, but just for anyone who's interested, the reason why Waves Route is a little bit faster, one of the reasons why is you use repels instead of super repels because the text box is shorter for repels. So you save, I think, 6 frames per repel usage, and you use like 3 repels instead of or 3 extra repels. The item actually works out a little bit better too because you skip a PP item on cycling road, so it's overall like a good amount of time save. I think WSOP or Sinstar's title is around like 5 or 6 seconds on average saved, which is pretty decent. It just looks kind of goofy having six repels, but it works out.
Yeah, three repels at the Vermilion Mart has been a classic since 2014, 2013. Wave does not want to see Confusion crit here. No one wants to see it, so just don't do it to him.
It's fine, okay.
Lovely. Heck, 1998. Bold proclamations instead.
It does imply risk for Radiant Rival, that's correct. It's just, I think it's like 7% to die to Venusaur. But for races, it's you can X accuracy for it, so it's you don't even have to risk that. You just risk if you crit, the crit is a range to not kill, so you have to pray for not critting if you X accuracy.
Yeah, it drops the 7% down to like 1 to 2 depending on the range. We've got an oops in chat from Wave.
I mean, I don't think any oops he makes is going to be big enough to...
Yeah, X specialed. Oh. So he's supposed to elixir there. The extra X special usage isn't going to matter. Just has to elixir later.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. I think he should have plenty.
He bought 7, I think, so...
I think 7 has like 2 extras if you don't do Sylph Bar, so it should be fine.
Yeah. They're in the same gym.
They just passed each other.
Yeah. Gave each other a high five as they went.
Yeah, so having this really good Sylph Bar without even really setting up for it is helps make up for the terrible Arbok fight that Drake had. Because I think that might actually be the worst fight I've seen. Where he gets Glare turn 1, Bite Flinch, fully parried for like 2 turns. It was pretty ridiculous. Alright, so here he comes on the gatekeeper of Sylph Bar, Juggler 2.
I didn't actually see if he picked up the revive, but I'm presuming he did.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I can't see that he just walked into this juggler without a revive. Like an absolute champ.
I just think, though, I think if he has to revive, though, it might just be over. It might be too much time to lose. He picked it up? Okay. Good to hear.
I don't know if... I say, if he's got the revive, and he does take a death here, it's not... As long as Hypno plays ball and kills us. We're about to see it.
And he gets confusion.
Hypno just needs to play ball and kill this Squirtle right now. I don't think it's a huge time loss.
This Hypno never kills.
No, it doesn't.
It never disables when you want it to, and you have Poison Gas, there it is.
I have I've got a highlight somewhere where this Hypno didn't kill the Squirtle for 13 turns.
I think I've seen that one too. Yeah, thankfully it's 3 turns for it to die, but that's still... Oh no, he sent out Paris!
No! Why would you press down? Why would you ever press down? I pressed up, I'm dumb.
Because I think he
thought he was on the Squirtle, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought he pressed down for some reason. I'm not a smart boy.
This Paris might actually win. Oh, never mind. Okay, it was doing its best.
That's going to make advancing very tight.
Yeah. At this point, I think he would probably have to YOLO Elite Four. He doesn't have a choice. Maybe if he does like a full Elite Four YOLO, he could try to make it, but...
I don't... If he goes... If everything went ideally from here, he would be okay. I think. Like, just.
It'll be close. You know.
It'll be real close, yeah.
Swapping in Paris might have been it.
So I was saying, with the revive, I think he was okay if Hypno played nicely with the Squirtle, but the Paris as well is going to make it struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just saw Wave pick up the rare candy in Mansion, and his repel just wore out 2 steps after he biked, which is pretty funny. Yeah, but the rare candy just provides so much extra safety for Agatha. It's like, I think it's unbelievable how good Agatha Candy is in terms of like safety.
Nice boost to champion as well if you get the Sky Attack turn 1. It basically writes Sky Attack off as a killable move.
Yep. Also means you don't have to risk any turns on Arbok or the second Gengar on Agatha on the old route where you normally X speed or something.
Dreek's menus freak me out. He does some bizarre switches that definitely work and definitely make sense. I've just never seen anybody else do them.
No. The reason why we let Nidoking die in this fight is because it's actually a little bit faster. We let Koga self-destruct, which wins the fight for us, and then we revive at very low HP with rare candies. So you saw Dreek just use his rare candies, and you'll see Wave at 10 HP on these fights. And we're basically hoping to keep this red bar that's low HP until like Bruno. So it saves a lot of time, at least like 1 to 2 minutes, I think, across Koga until Bruno. So it's a huge amount of time you save by being in red bar.
Yeah, something like 20 or 25 Pokemon and 4 or 5 level ups, all in red bar. It's really nice.
I don't think Yellow Lance is the play. I mean, I guess if he has to, he can, but...
Saving before Lance is not that much of a time loss. Saving's like, what, 8 seconds?
The real issue is that he just doesn't have the revives to do anything, I think.
He'll know when he gets to Lance if he needs to do that, but it's such a small window of time that it's very unlikely he'd need to do that. He'll either be too slow that it doesn't matter, or fast enough that he might as well.
Yeah, I think YOLO Lance only saves like 10 to 15 seconds. It's like the worst YOLO out of the Elite Four, so it's a lot of risk for very little payoff. Yeah, we'll see what happens if he... Yeah, we'll just have to see his pace when he gets there. Yeah, it's gonna be really tight for him though.
I'm curious to see if Wave knows whether that TM is Tombstoner or not.
It's actually funny that I think Wave has notes for these questions that he looks at. So it's like he has to study his notes to prepare for the quiz, which is, I think it's a little bit of a just play on words. Oh yeah, that's the real question: is Drake still gonna do 23 swag boulders on this? I think if he does the menu perfectly, the swag boulders themselves loses like about 3/4 of a second, and then the menu takes about like another second and a half. So it's probably like 2 to 3 seconds lost, assuming perfect execution.
God, could you imagine if he didn't advance by like 2 seconds, but did 23 swag boulders?
I think Drake would be okay with that result.
I think I'd go over to France and slap him.
Yeah, so this part of the run, there's not a lot that can go wrong. I think it's a lot of just
Why would you
winning
say that
fights
before
at the
Erica? Drake's not done with Erica. Will you stop doing this, man? You're upsetting me, and I'm not even in the race.
It's fine. Drake's gonna be fine. He's not gonna miss anything. Elite Four will be the true decider, or maybe Black Belt. Yeah, so it's like you can miss a couple blizzards, but even missing blizzard might not be that bad. Like this execute doesn't know any moves that can hurt you, and then after that it's like Gen 1 missing.
Tangle has got Constrict and Bind. I think it takes a 5-turn bind for you to actually die.
Yep. It's a fun fact. I think this was just like maybe a few days ago. There was a new glitch discovered in the Japanese version of Pokemon Red, where you can basically fight Sabrina infinitely. And so Exarion and I think Pokeguy 2 have been starting doing runs of Sabrina %, where you basically beat Sabrina 100 times. It's pretty hilarious.
Perfectly arbitrary category.
Yep.
I love that it doesn't even start at the beginning of the game either. They can set up what they want, and then they just have to beat Sabrina 100 times.
Yep. Yeah, I think Poke got the world record yesterday. Yeah, I think someone told me I think the chance of not Gen 1 missing is like 20%.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. What a dumb fucking run.
And then you also have to set up like PP items and you have to hope you don't get hit. It sounds great.
She won red bar for all 100 fights, but... Thanks, Alan. I'm glad you noticed my restraint there. I'm on thin ice with SpeedGaming.
Dreek just said something. Is that a spoiler?
Oh no.
I can only assume the worst.
Oh, I know exactly what he does.
He's in Blaine's gym.
Oh no, I was expecting he screws up a swag question.
Oh no, Dreek.
Fun fact for those in chat, there are not 9 certified league badges.
No, Dreek.
That's an unusual one to get wrong. I think that's it. I don't think
unfortunately, that's probably it. Yeah, congrats to Quay for making it to round 6. Or not around top 6, sorry. What am I saying?
6,
yeah, so...
This trainer has 4 Pokemon? God.
I don't even know if he has enough Earthquakes to finish everything. Because he needs 1 for Blaine, and then 4 for Sabrina.
Yeah, he's 1 short then.
And that's not even counting Blizzard on the Rhyhorn.
Just get Super Potion. Easy.
Alright. Yeah, so with this top 6, in no particular order, it should be like Araya, Crazy Dan, WaveWarrior, Headbub, Quay, and Pseudo. Yeah.
No, Pseudo's... Oh, did you say no particular order?
No order, yeah, just because I don't know where Wave's going to land here.
It was weird because you pretty much nailed it in what I think is going to be the exact order.
I knew I was going to forget something, so I decided to sort of protect myself from patronization. Yeah, it looks like Wave does make it past Black Bolt. I think he got low kick, which was based on his HP.
Mm-hmm.
So, perfectly fine. Yeah, Pseudo just won like an hour ago. I think it's fair. Yeah, good stuff to Pseudo though. Yeah, I think Drake's gonna play it out. And he's probably just gonna YOLO everything and just die to YOLO, but even with everything, I don't think he's gonna make it.
He's going to get to 23 swag boulders and then quit. Go down like a champion.
Yeah, he's gonna be short an Earthquake. I think the fix probably has to be he elixirs and then picks up the Max Aether on Victory Road. I don't see how he gets around what he does for Sabrina. Drill I guess he can yellow drill something. That's an option.
Could he not elixir? Would the elixir before Sabrina not last? 5, 6. Yeah, I think he's alright, isn't he?
I think it should be okay.
I don't think he needs to get anything extra. Like 4 for Sabrina, 1 for the Rhyhorn, 4 for Geo. 2 on. Yeah, I was close. Wave doesn't get the range on the Rhydon because it's impossible. Nobody gets that range. You crit or you miss it.
Yeah, so now we can see this is like one of the biggest risks with the route compared to the old one is a Viridian Rival. Basically, if you crit the Venusaur, it's a range, and Venusaur has some scary moves. Has a Razor Leaf. I think it has Vine Whip too. I might be wrong.
Yeah, Vine Whip doesn't kill without a crit though.
Really? Even at this
Drake
HP?
just elixired the Paris.
Oh no! And he was able to elixir it because he used moves on Hypno. Otherwise, it would say it's like not effective.
Oh no!
Things fall apart. Oh man!
I don't think he can actually. I don't think there's any reasonable way to come back from that now, is there?
I mean, in terms of finishing, I think he can still do Max Ether, but it's...
Well, he's down 2 PP items now, though, isn't he?
I don't think so, because you elixir 1 here instead of after the Black Belt, and then you make up the Paris one with Max Ether. That was my thinking.
Well, he won't have enough Earthquakes for Viridian Rival. He'll be 1 short.
How many do you need? Like,
because he's got how many has he got now? He's got 6 now after Sabrina. He'll use
1 on Rhyhorn.
Yeah, 4 on Geo.
So
that's 1 left, and he needs 1 for Alakazam and 1 for Growlithe.
Yeah, it's a Growlithe. It's a Growlithe.
Yeah.
I guess he could Blizzard the Rhyhorn.
Okay, Wave didn't crit. Easy. Yeah, he could Blizzard the Rhyhorn.
Let's see if he's thinking about it though. If he's not thinking about it, he might just Earthquake on Muscle Memory and then figure it out by the time he gets to... I think Alakazam is the last one that you use, so...
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see a Blizzard here. Oh, he thought about it, and then he switched back. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Nido can indeed learn Fissure. That is, yep.
I wonder if he can Blizzard another Pokemon in Giovanni. I would have thought anything there would have died, but you then risking missing a lot of Blizzards.
Yeah.
He only has to miss 2 and...
Or he can even take extra turns on the Growlithe if he wants, because it only agilities. He can like Thunderbolt twice or something and it should die.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so he has 5 earthquakes. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. Hopefully he does an elixir here, because that would be a mistake. Okay, he should be... I think I've seen him repel late, or use his elixir late, so he might still use it. Oh, he could also center, I guess, and do Aurora Beam strats, but it looks like he's not going to use elixir.
No, Pseudo Dreek is almost guaranteed out. I can't see a way of him getting back. In fact, the only real way is that WaveWarrior has an unfortunate accident of some kind, unplugs his computer.
Yeah, but even then, if he's been playing like Kylie's been playing, he's gonna make a save state.
Yeah.
And he should still have enough time to come back and win, honestly.
Literally fire up his computer again.
Yep.
And we're seeing a very cool and classic zero swag boulders from Wave here. I approve.
I'm actually surprised. I think normally I've seen Wave do the Oh, Dreek just earthquake right on.
Okay, he might just be centering here then. That's the only way I could see that working out.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm curious to see what he's gonna do to fix this. Yeah, normally I've seen Wave do the swag boulders on the first floor where they don't lose any time because you do it on the turn frames, but I didn't see it this time. Yeah, I don't think he's going for a setter. I think he's just gonna...
He's just gonna let it ride.
He might just do, I don't know if he has X items for it, but he might decide to drill things here and just center. I don't even think
he's got none left.
I think he's got none, yeah.
So I don't know how he gets past the Alakazam here. Unless double drill and then center.
The problem is I don't think he bought that many... Actually, he has 4 speeds. That should be enough.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Oh.
Wave not depositing. I think that's a very sensible choice.
Sorry, I'm just watching Drake's part. I'm just really curious to see what he's gonna do. So I think he just...
Has he realised?
Okay, he's just gonna drill and then he's gonna center or... Yeah.
Blizzard is indeed a range on the Pidgeot. Very... I think it's like 40% to kill or something similar.
I think it was around 50, but that's just my ballpark.
It's not high enough that no one ever hits it ever.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. Everybody misses it.
Except on this route, I think it's not a range because you X special and then you do a different move. On the Waves route, that is.
No, I think it's... No, what does he do?
Because I think you...
I know you only use 2 X specs and you use the second one on Growler, so I think he's still just Blizzards.
I think it's X special Thunderbolt. I don't know if that's a range on the Pidgeot.
Oh, you don't... Yeah, sorry, you don't X... Yeah, no, you're right. I'm talking out of my bolt. I forgot that the item you used on the old route was X-Ack X speed. I was thinking one of them was an X special.
Alright, Wave actually has pretty good health going into Bruno. Because he took the low kick, he should keep his red bar all the way until Agatha when he heals.
He does have the revives if it all goes wrong.
As long as he remembers to use them, like it's happened before.
Rage is the ideal move. Well, I suppose he's already taken the damage, but for anybody else, if you've
Yeah, it's
gone
not bad.
damage.
Like special Thunderbolt 91%. Okay, so it's still in range. Man, that sucks. Okay, so we'll see if Drake goes for swag boulders. I think he will. I think.
I hope he goes out on swag boulders. It's good. This is. He was one of the races for that potential triple.
There it is.
23 race.
Yeah, that was me, Alan, and Drake.
Mm.
I think you're commentating too. I think.
Yeah. Oh, he missed one. No. Oh no, he didn't.
No, he didn't miss it.
Yeah.
He just delayed it, so he gets the turn for him.
Yeah. Optimal swag boulders. Yeah, how the hell is it? I hate swag boulders, and I've managed to commentate like all of the big ones.
Alan says we don't talk about it. All right. And the wave gets Dream Eater, which is not. It's like the second best thing that can happen. The best being Nightshade to put you back in the red bar, but Dream Eater is fine. Yeah. So this is. I don't know if Wave really wants to be safe, he can actually just go into Lance without saving, and then just do a turn 1 Thunderbolt. And then just revive if you die and just guarantee the fight. Because that way you don't get potentially stuck in Lance loops. I thought about that if you're if you just want to guarantee the win, even if you lose like 40 to 50 seconds by reviving, it's not a bad strat, I think.
Yeah. And Drake hasn't missed a swag boulder yet.
Deposit times 3. Could happen, maybe. Actually, I don't know if Drake's... What does he have that's alive? Is this flyer still alive?
Not much.
I know his...
I think
Squirtle...
it's just... Yeah,
okay,
so
yeah, okay. Yeah. Squirtle and Paris are gone.
That unfortunate Hypno. That's a wave super potion, so he's going for standard. And
he made
a safe state.
Yeah, I see a safe state. Playing it very safe from a WSOP's mishap.
Well, this is exactly where it happened, wasn't it?
Oh, he's doing more swag boulders! Drake. The 2 more for good luck.
the extremely rare 25 swag boulders.
Yep, and Wave makes it through. What a memer. Okay, so he's gonna keep the Pidgey, yeah. Oh, and he's gonna center. Okay, yeah, and he fixes his.
Actually, yeah, I feel like depositing the Pidgey would have made sense.
If he's gonna heal, is he? I'm wondering if he's still down a PP item though. I think he might be okay.
Did he pick up the max ever? I didn't actually pay attention.
I don't think he did.
Oh dear.
Does he have?
Be fun.
Because he needs 2, right? 1
Yeah.
before Bruno, and then 1 before Lance, basically. I mean, Wave's been about to win since like Route 3, honestly. It's like Wave's in the lead. Shocker.
Wave had a 2-minute lead after Brock, and oh, he's still got it.
Yeah, I think he's at. Yeah, he's at. This is perfect HP for 1 wing attack. Oh, okay.
Easy. And this is the.
Oh no!
No!
Mansion Candy did not win again.
He has revives, but he just reset. Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
The ban Amoeba, fair. Absolutely fair.
Mansion Candies did not win again. He saved for champion. There's no reason to not save for champ. So maybe if he pulls his Snorms and dies like 10 times.
Snorms had no healing items and no ice type moves. Slightly different circumstances.
If Wave decides to, if he forgets that he has revives, maybe. I don't know.
Wave, yeah, Wave did have revives, so I'm interested that he just reset and went for it again. Don't crit. Okay.
Oh, he's just playing it safe. Actually, I don't even know if. I guess it's a little safer because Fury Attack can miss. It's still a 1 in 4. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's safer. I mean, it's like you're comparing the chance to Blizzard miss with 1 in 4 Rhydon. And it's, I think it's, yeah, sorry.
No, you're alright.
Yeah, and then if you die to Rhydon, it's better to set up on Rhydon anyway if you revive.
GG's to WaveWarrior.
Yep.
A very clean race with a couple of spots of very terrible luck.
Should be a high 152. Might be close to Headbob's time.
Yeah, this might not be. Oh no, he's guaranteed pot 2 because he won.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah. Wave was saying if you die to Rhydon, you only set up X-Sac. Yep. That's what. Yeah. So it's better to just risk it, I think. Or saying I can't believe both my opponents advanced.
Oh, Araya's race was the triple advance. Yeah. Yeah, with
Quay and Headbob. Yeah. So I think with good mashing, I think this is like a 152.56. I think it's like 130 for Hall of Fame with all slaves.
Yeah, it's 116 without is the one I remember. I think it is spot on 14 for extra slaves.
Drake decided to heal, so he's just playing to finish, which is respectable. Yeah, so he doesn't do. It's kind of interesting to see that he made it as far. I think he might be the only one not doing any sort of modified race route with the like either Agatha Candy or revives. He did pick up this far revive, but I don't know if he did that normally or if he did that only because he dropped the para heals. This looks like 152, 57.
Close. And that is pretty much it. We have our top 6 for the semi-finals.
Yep. So to summarize, that would be Araya and Crazy Dan in pot 1, Pseudo and WaveWarrior in pot 2, and then Headbob and Quay making it pot 3.
Yep. Some big names, but some surprising missing names.
Yes. I mean, Wsop and Tepik didn't make it.
You imagine hello. Congrats.
Thank you. This was not a congratulation-worthy run.
I have to say it. I'm like legally obligated.
How are all of your races always end up this way, where you're just massively ahead of everybody else?
Luck. It's all luck. 100%. There's no skill involved in this game.
Yeah, I mean, just getting non-Nido IGT is definitely
So funny story about that. When I was doing the manip, one of my A presses felt really off, and so for a long time I wasn't sure if I might have gotten false god Nido.
Oh.
So I was panicking until Route 3, but once I saw the healths were the same, I knew it was fine.
Because that was what would happen to Tepic, right? Where he didn't realize he got the wrong Nitto until Route 3.
Well, False God would have still had 18 health, so
Oh, I see.
I would have
Okay.
had. I checked every level up every so often, and it was the same. So
Yeah, I mean, congrats. Yeah, after that insane Gen 1 miss on Dig Rocket, that pretty much kicked you out of Pot 1. But I mean, still 152 with all of that is like not bad. Still solid
Yeah.
time.
oh, that fight. I mean, you always you never know with this game.
Yeah, I think I was just talking about how you're basically cruising for.
And then
the
I
rest
go
of the
back
run.
and miss both ranges.
Yeah, you were almost on for repeating the fight afterwards. God.
Imagine if on the second fight I got thrashed to Sable.
Yeah, I think all things considered, though, I think you had a pretty standard, if I can say that, standard run. Like nothing too crazy happened other than the Dig Rocket, right?
Yeah. But I bought 8x specials and then used 2 of them by accident, so worked out.
Wait, where was the second one? I know one was on
I
Koga,
set
right?
up 3 on Viridian Rival because I forgot that my cursor was still on item.
Okay.
Dreek's coming in towards the end of his race now. Actually, a surprisingly good time considering the amount of stuff that happened to him.
Yep, he's
What
He
happened
actually-
to Alan? He just got Yellow Ball IGT'd or something?
Yeah, so he got similar problems with IGT Nitto, so he was already behind. And then he got red bar. He had red bar, enter pointer manip, yellow ball. I think he thought the first one might have been a failure, so he redid the manip, and then the second one missed, so it was just an IGT.
Oh, is
so
he
he just-
select buffering?
No, he was doing the proper proper YOLO ball. He just thought the first one. I think he might have thought he missed the text box on the first one, and then the second one he nailed it and still missed the ball. So it was just the IGT.
It did look like he was he'd missed the first one.
So
We have got Alan.
congratulations to Quay for advancing.
Yep.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Hello. AGG Wave. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
He sounds so happy to have won.
At least it was an entertaining run.
Yeah, there was a lot that
I
happened.
have to lose to die to that fight.
You know, so Alan, did you confirm that it was an IGT from Moon?
Oh yeah, it's WSub tried it and a couple other people tried it. It's confirmed it was IGT.
Oh man.
IGT on 5 HP, which is exactly the amount what Scratch does.
Yep.
Kind of ridiculous.
And
I suppose-
after a Nido IGT.
Yeah,
as well.
after a Nido
Jesus. There's both you and Dreek, I think, didn't believe in the IGT. You both
Yeah,
tried again for a second shot.
Yeah, I walked a different path for the first time. I walked like one step to the left, and I was pretty sure it was still gonna work because that step doesn't matter. But I was like, damn, okay, maybe there's a way you can still mess it up if you walk that tile too far. But yeah, it just ended up being IGT, and I was like, whatever. Classic.
What happened today?
If we talk about how Araya's race is the only normal race of this round, the only one.
Just red being red.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Orion Wave for saving most people's predictions for this round. At least a little bit. I mean,
But
I
not
got
in the
2 out of
fashion we
4.
actually
That's
meant.
pretty good, right?
it's not bad. Looks like Greek finishes with 158, 38.
Who here went with Pseudo for the race before this? I know someone must have.
I'm actually not sure. I know
Probably O'Reilly or someone like that.
it was Weed and someone else who predicted Dan winning, I think, over Poku.
Wait, 25 swag boulders?
Dreek did 25 swag boulders.
I'm getting it.
Exactly. No regret. GG Wave, you deserve it 100%. Oh,
Yeah,
this
GG.
run.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of almost forfeit at the Nido IGT in the first
Yeah.
place. And even more after I switch on PG during block.
I'm still waiting
I
on the
was
explanation
like, okay,
for.
this is dead.
I'm still waiting on the explanation for 25 swag boulders.
so he did like 23 or 22 boulders, and then he went around and pushed it back, and did 5 boulders back, and then pushed it back again on the switch.
The absolute legend.
No one will beat me for swag boulders in this race.
Yeah, I think that's that definitely takes the record.
No, I had to do 0 to balance it out.
For next tournament, we're gonna set the prize pool for that too. Like 1% gets to one person who gets the one swag boulder.
Is it most collective swag boulders off over the entire tournament?
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that's a
I
the
attack and
third.
miss the wizard.
Yeah, it was like the only race where Manch and Candy didn't win.
Yes, I win. No, I don't win.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, Dreek almost was making a comeback for at least qualifying in for the next round, and then Hypno
Answered a
happened.
question wrong.
All that too, but Hypno
Hypno-
confusion out of so far, and then the question wrong was it.
Once I understood I only need 155 because I was certain at the start I needed 152. So that's why I YOLO the rival on bridge.
Yeah.
So I tried to come back and yeah, Hypno happened and from there I really wasn't in the race anymore. I think you saw it with the fail on the question, the fail on the no news.
Yeah, accidentally swapping in scored 1 Paris.
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 Yeah, for the spinning in the chat, for spinning the wheels, check out Alan's stream in a couple of hours. I think
When is
it's
that happening?
6 p.m.
Oh,
EDT.
that's so many hours from now.
It's literally 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
so
if I knew my race would be this short, we would have set it a little earlier. But...
Yeah, don't be mean, Wave. Alan's right here, okay?
Are you actually setting up wheels for it? Because isn't it you spin it
This is
once and
two
everybody
people.
knows everything?
I mean, I
Flip
could
a coin for
yeah,
you.
well, we could
Honestly.
just flip a coin or something, and I don't know.
This is literally like a 5-second stream. We could just do it now.
Yeah,
You could just tell us what coins you got.
yeah. Maybe I need to figure out something spicy like last second, but I don't know.
I don't
Need
know. I
to
think
get one of the-
keeping traditional wheels is pretty fun though.
Yeah, we're gonna
Break
spin
it
the last.
up into like 20 subsections and then have it randomly distributed for the 2 people's names.
That's pretty good.
You need one of them
Yeah.
bingo cages for the next tournament. Make a big rattly noise the entire time. Pull balls out with people's names on them.
Oh yeah, we're gonna like big professionals. I'm gonna fly Araya in, and he gonna.
What happened with W Stop, by the way? I couldn't watch the end. Like,
So
I just saw
WSOP did not save once for Elite Four. Even though he was like close enough to pseudo where he like going into champion, he was like I think 20-ish seconds behind pseudo, but he had no slaves compared to pseudo having all slaves.
And he had red bar and pseudo didn't.
Yeah,
What
so
was
if he
Pseudo's
won
final time.
152
58?
W Stop,
Yeah.
you're so silly. Just save. You would have advanced.
Sorry, 152.38. Yeah, so if WSOP saved, he was
He's-
fine.
He said in the
Because
chat that he figured out that he was actually, even with a save, he was still on pace to be ahead of Head Bob, which would have guaranteed it after that race anyway. So, It was just a spur of the moment thing.
Because I think
you're getting out before I can beat you.
Dude, him and Pokeguy.
Yeah, seriously.
He went into champ at 16 health. So it was the purest YOLO for him.
Ah, so silly.
This is the wildest top 6, considering the top 12 we had. Considering all of the standard expected names in top 12. And Pseudo's just sat there comfy in pot 2. Like, hello.
Dude, Pseudo's like the Cinderella story of this tournament, I think.
Yeah, he's been showing up.
I really hope he makes the finals. I'm sorry to the rest of you. The man's got to make it.
Hey, I can't go against Pseudo next round. Let's go.
Hey.
I mean, as we've seen in this tournament, in this round, like, literally no one is safe. Like, anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, do we have any last words? Or
No. Thank you guys for commentating.
Jade Rocket sucks.
Red is not LNG.
Can we just drag this out long enough so we can see what Driekiann is up to?
I think he's just murdering slowpokes for the fun of it.
He'll get it in a second.
Yeah, it's coming.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta fight the Shelder in Misty's gym and have it growl you 6 times. I think that works. Gets you a level 1.
Oh, why did your menu pop up there, Drake? What magic is this?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's really strange.
Oh. Is that legit?
Oh my God. I'm so lucky.
I think there's a typo. The stream overlay says any percent glitchless.
Oh, sorry, Drake, you just got
He doesn't
banned.
have any Pokeballs.
Oh, jeez.
You're gonna remove the 25 strike ballers from your account.
Oh, YOLO drilled in a hit.
Beautiful.
Ruthless.
GG's. Well played, everybody.
Yep.
See you later.
Yeah, I think with that, that closes out the quarterfinals of this tournament.
Semifinals start possibly as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Get them all done tomorrow, and then we can have the final on Saturday next week. Easy.
Yep.
But yeah, check out AlanSchweitzer's stream in a couple of hours for the draws for the semi-finals. Until then, see you later, everyone.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
See ya.